Hello and welcome to my bedroom. As you can see, I have tried to, emulate places I've lived before, such as Paragon. That's one of my favourite setups that you can see right now. It's not quite the same, and for safety reasons, I can't show you outside my window. I have a safety blind. Thank you, safety blind. Actually, the people that lived here before me put in the safety blind. Privacy blind, but yeah, it's there. I think I'm a bit frazzled. The last week has been intensive. I've been trialling for a job, which I was offered on Friday. So that's another reason why I'm feeling really good about myself, because I have a job. One jump. Whew, there we go, no more. I'm still getting to grips with the vlogging locations around the flats. Echoes, things like that. There's still an echo in this room. And although I've been posting videos, I haven't sat down to vlog in about 3 weeks, and I fell out of practice. So today I'm going to do an empties. Hooray! Yay! I know lots of people don't like empties, but I do. From my perspective, I think it's far more interesting and potentially educational when someone talks about a product after they've used it as opposed to when they buy it in hauls. I'm talking about products like cosmetic stuff. And it's been about 5 months since my last one. I'm overdue. I have a lot of stuff in a plastic bag, I know. I don't use plastic bags anymore, I use canvas, but I've had this bag a long time. This has been collecting since before I moved. It's another reason why I want to get this done now so I can recycle everything. It's huge. Oh, it's so annoying. I really wanted to vlog with my glasses on today, but wigs and glasses, they don't mix. You sort of ruin the wig if you put them inside the wig, like that. It stretches at the back and it sort of brings the wig further up. And then if you put the wig on the outside, it's too slippery. The glasses keep slipping down my nose because they haven't got any friction behind my ears. Another thing that's frustrating about vlogging or living with glasses when you're a vlogger is lights, because they reflect off the glasses. You can see them there. Boom, boom. They look green, but they're not green. It's because my glasses have a special film over the top to protect them from being scratched. See what I mean? They slip down the nose. But I do feel like I need my glasses at the moment. I'm doing lots and lots of computer work and I'm finding them helpful. We'll see how it goes. I'll put them on and off. Anyway, let's start this. I think we all go through periods of loving various companies and products, but for me there are some products in my life which have been here for about 4 years now. They don't tend to change, so I will skip over those ones. Let's go through them now. So we've got Pure Deodorant by Dove. We've got Sensitive Deodorant by Dove. Not as good. It's not the same, but they don't make that anymore. We have a couple of bottles of coconut milk shampoo and conditioner from Organics. Pure heaven. Oh. We have makeup wipes from No. 7. I've been using those for about 4 years now. I won't use anything else. Okay, now let's go through some stuff that I haven't held up before, or for a long time anyway. First on my list is Big from Lush. I love this stuff. I love the smell, I love the consistency, I love how much it lathers up in the shower. A little goes a long way. From personal experience, I find that this tends to work better in terms of volume when my hair is like this sort of length. So it's the perfect time for me to use this at the moment. Any shorter, there's not much difference, and any longer, it depends on your conditioner. But short hair like that, love it. I haven't replaced this yet. I've just bought a Crystal Salt shampoo from Lee Stafford. So over time I will compare the two, but eventually I will come back to this because I love it so much. If there was a perfume, I'd buy it. We have Batiste, not Ballist. I always say Ballist. We have some Ballist dry shampoo, and you guys always correct me. It's Batiste. I said in the past that I wouldn't buy this again, however, I was desperate, and I am struggling to find decent dry shampoos. I do like No Drought from Lush, but I want something that's a bit more tidy, less mess. I don't like this particular one. I find it's too powdery and it brushes off on everything. If I wear a hat the same day I use this, the hat then smells heavily of this and the powder sort of transfers to my hats, so that's not good. I've just bought a new dry shampoo. However, I am up for recommendations. If you have anything that actually works and is good, let me know. This is the woman deodorant from Mitchum, and lots of you recommended this to me, but unfortunately I didn't get on with it. I find it tends to take me a while to get used to new deodorants. It's why I stick to the same one so much, because I can trust it and my body's adapted. But no, even after a month, it still didn't work. It is an antiperspirant and deodorant, so in theory I shouldn't be sweating, and I wasn't sweating when I used Dove. So yeah, I just didn't get on with this. It smelled bad when I used that. I also bought this because I thought it was vegan, and I think the ingredients are vegan, but the actual deodorant itself isn't vegan. It's so confusing. I think the same applies to the Batiste as well. Next we have this. My mum bought me this. It's the Palmolive Chocolate Passion Body Butter Shower Cream. That's a mouthful. This smelt delicious. It does smell of chocolate, but as a shower gel, it was terrible. I wouldn't recommend. It just slipped off my body in the shower, and I didn't smell like it afterwards, which was a shame. It was cheap and cheerful. I think it was £1. So for the price, you get what you're paying for, but no, I wouldn't use that again. We have a Burt's Bees lip balm. I very rarely finish these, so it's such an achievement to get to the bottom. It is Burt's Bees. I've taken off the packaging. It fell off a long time ago. I do recommend Burt's Bees, but not on a long-term basis. I find that my lips sort of adapt to this when I do that. I find this better for when my lips are stinging or sore. It sort of cools them down in the same way that Tiger Balm tends to work on our skin. That's another reason why it takes me so long to get through it, because I don't use it on a daily basis. But yeah, I do love this lip balm. I have more makeup in this Empties. I very rarely get through makeup, so I feel quite proud of myself to hold up makeup today. I can't actually remember what this is. I think it's Rimmel, and it is finished. It's sort of coated the sides. I don't remember too much about this, to be honest. In my experience with foundations, sometimes it doesn't matter what quality you buy, it's the application that's the most important. So when I've used a sponge with this, it hasn't been very good, but when I've used my brush from MAC, the same with my current deodorants, I'm muddling up my words, foundation, it's worked better. I've just finished this as well. That took me about a year to get through, amazingly. Once I started using my MAC brush with that, it lasted a lot longer. I do recommend the MAC brush as well, by the way. It's like a paintbrush. It's fantastic. We have another pot of Rimmel powder, maybe 2. I'm sure I finished a second one. This is the transparent powder. I don't like coloured powder. My skin colour changes all the time, so powders tend to look funny on me. The colours don't work. I've been looking for a vegan, cruelty-free powder, and I found this one from, I think it was Makeup Revolution. However, the colour was terrible. At the time I was looking, they only had 2 colours, and no, it made my face look like a tangerine. So I gave that to my mum. So in the meantime, I have bought another one of those because I know it works. But no, in the long term, I need another powder. We have a concealer from Bourjois. This is the Radiance Reveal Concealer, and I love it. I'd say that this is as good as this concealer from MAC, although it's not as long wearing. It can last the whole day at work for me, but I'm pushing it a bit by the time I come back home, whereas MAC can last a lot longer. But in terms of consistency and how it looks, at least for the first few hours, it's quite similar. This is also fantastic at covering up my purple circles, my dark circles. I get purple, I don't go brown. Whereas in the past I've had to use a yellow concealer and correct before applying normal concealer, whereas this I just apply it on its own, so it saves time. I do love that. Next I have a fixing spray from L'Oreal. It's the Infallible Fixing Mist. I am fairly new to fixing sprays. I don't feel I have enough experience to be able to compare this to other ones I've tried in the past because I'm so new to it all. But I won't deny that compared to 3 years ago when I wasn't using fixing sprays whatsoever, my makeup is lasting longer. So it does work. But I'm trying different ones. I'm not sticking to the same one, also because they test on animals. You will note that some of this is cruelty-free and some of this isn't, and I'm aware of what is and what isn't now, anyway. Like this, I am getting through this gradually, bit by bit, month by month. I bought a massive bottle and I tipped this into the smaller ones. So I've got through one, maybe two of these, the equivalent of these. But again, Garnier. In the distant future, when I finished my massive bottle, I will try another brand. But for the time being, I'm just ploughing through that. But as for this itself, what do I think? I like micellar cleansing water, but only for specific things. I don't take my makeup off with this. I do have dermatillomania, so I touch my skin more than I should. And also in the last year, 2 years, my hormonal acne has picked up under my neck and along the sides of my face. It's quite calm today, and also I've covered it in makeup, specifically under my chin here. I don't tend to get it on my face. And because I keep touching it, I make it worse. So using this, just wiping every now and again, sort of cleanses in a way. I have some hand cream from Burt's Bees. Now this I went through a phase of absolutely loving, but not so much anymore. I love the fragrance, but the actual product is so sticky. It takes a long time to sink in. Although saying that, the fragrance is also so heavy that it can be distracting to the people around you. Although I love fragranced products, there are just some times where you just have to be careful how strong they are. I wouldn't mind purchasing that again, but I have other products that are more suited to my lifestyle, I suppose. But it was good while it lasted. We have a lip stick, Colour Rush, Rimmel. Around the end of film school, I was wearing a different colour of this every day. That was my primary lipstick. And then around the time I had braces, I wore stuff like this because it didn't stain the braces. It wasn't long wearing. For the last year or so, I've completely given up on beauty serums and anti-age products. The only product I have that's a bit more luxurious and upmarket is the Vichy Idealia Skin Sleep. Wow. But that's it. Aging is a fact of life. I think society is quite judgmental and harsh as we age. Right now I'm vlogging in front of bright lights, so that's hiding some of my wrinkles, but I am more wrinklier than this video. This video is actually 4 years ago, despite the fact I'm wearing the same glasses and the same, I don't know, get-up. I don't look the same as that now, despite looking similar. But yeah, I'm getting wrinkles under my eyes, my frown line's sticking, my wrinkles around here are quite prominent, my foundation crease is there by the end of the day. Yeah. But it's life. I've just sort of given up trying to delay it because it's gonna happen. Ow, bit my tongue, regardless. Also because they're just so expensive, and the last year, things have been tough. I have a lip balm from Soap & Glory. I love this, and I love the fragrance. It's slightly coconut, but again, it's a lip balm for specific times. I mean, technically, yeah, you could wear this every day, but when your lips are sore, this does nothing. This is more of a barrier or gloss, something to mix in with your matte lipstick. I will buy this again. I mean, it's been in my life for about 6 years now. I have to have it. What was that? The next thing I have, I adore the fragrance. That is just mwah. But in terms of the product, I don't like it as much. This is the Body Shop Strawberry Shower Gel, and the consistency is too watery. It slips off the body, doesn't really lather up. But again, I love the fragrance, so one of my favourite products from the Body Shop is the Strawberry Scrub. That's good. I have a Go Blonder shampoo from John Frieda. Unfortunately, whilst this lathered up well in the shower, it didn't do much, so I won't be repurchasing that. I have a Head Clear Rollerball from Tisserand. I adore Tisserand. I will recommend them till the end of time. Mwah. I have Tisserand in every room of this house. Oh, look at that. I have Tisserand by my bed. I have a Crabtree and Evelyn Rosewater hand cream. I loved this hand cream so much. Fragrance, consistency, the packaging. But I'm trying out some other hand creams at the moment, some from Tisserand. We have an Emerald Eyeliner from Rimmel. I think this was the Kate Moss collection. This I liked, however it dried out far too fast. Look at that. A trick that I've learnt is putting a dab of micellar cleansing water in my gel eyeliners and it makes them last longer. But that didn't work with that. I love gel eyeliners. I prefer them to pencil, but I can't find many different colours. There's lots at MAC, but they're quite expensive, although they're so long wearing. I would happily buy every colour of eyeliner from MAC. We have another eyeliner, which I found. This is years old. It's from Maybelline, New York. It's brown. The Eye Studio Lasting Eyeliner. Gel, yeah, brown. This was my staple during film school. The 2014 Rebecca adored this. I don't think it's as lasting as MAC though. That's what I've got on now, the darkness. I'd say this is more for younger skin, with less lines. I mean, getting older is one of the reasons why I stopped doing winged eyeliner, because it kept creasing and smudging in my eyes. But I guess it depends on the product you're using as well. If it's cheap and cheerful, it might not last as long, whereas more expensive stuff might. MAC eyeliner can last all day on me. I'm very expressive, my eyes are constantly doing things. So I have cheaper foundation and stronger eyeliner. Again, checks and balances. This I have had for too long and it's got to go. It's sort of falling apart. This is the eyeshadow from Revlon. I went for a phase of adoring this around 2015. I've been through about 4 or 5 of these in the last 3 years. But no, I'm trying some other stuff that's more long wearing now. I'm getting rid of a makeup brush that I've had since 2010. There we go. It's falling apart. And the last thing I have is a brow kit from L'Oreal. I did not like this. It was too drying, it was a pain in the bum every day. The powder was too thin and the pomade was, it just didn't do that much. I do prefer using pencils, I find them more convenient. And, oh no, pads. I've been trying some other pads in addition to my favourite set of pads, which is Bodyform. Love them. Once I found the correct size for me, I fell in love with the Always Sensitive pads. The only thing is, use them on light days. They're terrible on heavy days. I tried the Always Silk collection, which I think were a bit dearer than those. I don't think it was worth the extra money, if I'm honest. I also didn't notice that much difference in terms of texture. You know, this is getting a bit in depth, but it's advertised as, I don't know, luxurious and silk, but there wasn't really much difference. And yeah, I've gone through lots of those as well. Right, that's it. I'm done. No, I'm not. I got through one of those, a First Aid Beauty Lip Balm. Best lip balm on the planet. Love it. I should say that there are so many things that I'm using at the moment that I'm so close to finishing that I absolutely adore, that are not in this pile whatsoever. I take a long time to get through products. It's almost like this is the sort of stuff I was using about 9 months ago. I'm that far behind. I will do a catch-up / favourites at some point because there's so much I'm loving that I'm not talking about, in addition to everything here, I suppose. If you have any recommendations, anything like that, please leave them in the comment section down below. I will also put a list of all the products I can find down there. And I will see you in my next video, whatever it may be. Before I go though, I'm going to take this off. There you go, that's my hair underneath. That's bed hair. And a bit of dry shampoo, I suppose. Ugh. Just for a bit of context, how long my hair is as I'm doing this. I think there's a tiny bit of this left, come on. There we go. Do not use this on wigs.